joining us live tonight. Just back from Scranton, Pennsylvania, from the White House. President of the United States, President Donald Trump. Mr. President, thank you for being with us.
Hi, Sean. Those are two very familiar voices to me and two great voices.
I agree on all points. So we had Lawrence Jones. He was in Scranton tonight. We'll roll the tape. But literally, and this is happening everywhere you go. Scranton, you're right. He hasn't been there in decades and decades, but he always claims his roots are in Scranton. But yet, fracking, high-paying, career jobs, energy sector, gone, based on, getting us off fossil fuel. This is the oil, gas, coal industry. Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Mexico, West Virginia, and I can go on. The impact would be devastating to the economy. And again, we would be dependent on other countries for the lifeblood of the world's economy. That's, wow.
Well, it's true, and they are now telling, and everybody is very proud of us, we're energy independent. Biden is, and it's not Biden, I don't think Biden knows what it even represents, but Bernie and everybody else, and Biden has totally accepted it. They're anti-fracking, they're anti-everything, they're anti-fossil fuel, and our nation would go into a massive depression if that ever happened. And when you talk about Pennsylvania and Ohio and Texas, by the way, and Oklahoma, they're anti-fracking. They don't want to do any fracking, and they can end it very quickly, and they will.
Have you watched much of the Democratic convention this week?
I've watched some, not that much, but I've watched some. A lot of hate.
There's a lot of talk about you there, and
yeah,
I noticed they're not talking about their socialism and their stated plans. You know what they are: the new Green Deal. Biden's pledging trillions. Kamala, well, she was the co-sponsor in the U.S. Senate. Kamala's talked about executive orders to take away whatever guns I guess she deems necessary. We know she's talking about no private health insurance options. She co-sponsored Medicare for all. I don't know anybody in the media that is even pointing it out. There's like zero vetting. I bet you wish you got that treatment.
Well, it's socialized medicine. That's what they're really socialized health care. They're talking about something that's so expensive the country can't afford it. And even if it could, it's no good. It's no good. It's socialized medicine. You're not going to have your doctor. You're not going to have your plan, which you didn't have when Obama promised you would. 28 different times he said that. So, no, they're talking about exactly that, and it's a ridiculous situation. They're also not talking about law enforcement and our great police. They're not talking about that. They don't want to talk about it. They see Portland, and you see New York with a 358% increase in crime, some number that's just crazy, and you see what's going on in Chicago. But look at Portland. They're anarchists. They don't want to talk about police because it's a losing subject for them. They want to defund the police, and they want to abolish police. I mean, they're actually trying to do it in Seattle. The Democrat-run cities are a disaster.
Joe Biden said the police become the enemy, and then he said he would support reallocating. Kamala said she supported the $150 billion cut to the LAPD. You see New York City, you see Chicago, you see Portland, you see Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco. One thing they all have in common, Mr. President, is they've been run by liberal Democrats for decades. And last time you were on the show, you said you're begging them to help restore law and order. What's the status?
We could do it so quickly, like when you look at Portland, and I just watched the young man on the screen, on your screen, and what they did with him the other night was just horrible. When you look at it, horrible. And they're just thugs, and they're not being properly protected because the police don't want to do that, and because the police aren't allowed to do their thing. They're all good police, but they're not allowed to do their thing. They don't want to lose their pension, don't want to lose their job, although their job, they're feeling, frankly, a lot of them are leaving because they're just, it's a shame what's happened. We were just supported by New York City's finest. Pat Lynch came over and gave us the endorsement of the New York police, and which is a great honor for me because they're phenomenal, but they're not allowed to do their job. And we have the endorsements in Ohio and Texas and Pennsylvania and Florida. We just got the sheriffs, all of the sheriffs in Florida at a ceremony. And I don't know. I can't imagine they're ever going to endorse, anybody's going to endorse Biden because they really have a very unsafe policy for our country. And you talk about suburbia. You know, we're all saying about suburban women. The fact is they're going to really want to support me because we're for law and order, we're for safety and security. And Biden is not. It's just incredible. They've talked him into things that nobody would have thought possible, and he's not in a position to fight back.
Did you see the Seattle police chief when she said she had to resign? This is after she had said if rioting begins, telling business we can't help because the training that we've had to disperse crowds, they've taken those non-lethal tools away from us. Then she finally resigned. If I was running any other city, I would hire her tomorrow. But she resigned because she can't do her job and she can't protect her officers. And she had to let them go. Good people that protect and serve their community and put their lives on the line every day. Have we forgotten the 9/11 cops going up when everyone was coming down? Do we forget those cops when Steve Scalise was shot in an open ball field with a pistol against a rifle? These are heroes.
Well, they don't want the police to use pepper spray or tear gas, which is, frankly,
non-lethal.
Not so nice, but it's very standard for crowd control. If you don't use it, you can't protect. You saw where all of the police associations got together and they said in Wisconsin, we're not going to be able to do this. And frankly, it didn't matter because Biden didn't want to leave his home state. He never leaves his home state. He hasn't answered a question since July 17th and July 17th or 27th. I mean, for a long time, he hasn't answered a reporter's question. And he hasn't answered a real question from before that. So I don't know what's going on. Something's going on, and I assume we'll be able to find out sooner rather than later, I hope. But something's going on. It's very strange.